My name's Cade Makin. I play defensive end for the Manchester Titans adult contact team, and this is my player profile. So long story short, I come from a football, if you want to call it soccer background, and I just got fed up of how football teams, they don't train, they just treat it like it's, because we play football from being kids, they don't take it serious, they don't show up to training. So I kind of fell out of love with playing football. I ended up working in a gym, and I come across training a guy that was actually going to the Manchester Titans rookie sessions. I ended up training him for a couple of weeks, and I looked into the Titans myself, but none of my friends were available to go to one of the rookie sessions with me that year. So I ended up waiting until the following year, which is when one of my friends broke his ankles. We went to the Titans session and he watched me, and yeah, that was how I got into American football. That's how I first came to the Titans. So I started playing American football in 2017 with the Manchester Titans. I initially wanted to try out at running back, but I quickly learned that I didn't know nothing about football and I couldn't learn the playbook. I didn't have a clue what a jet sweep was. I assumed you just got the ball and ran anywhere as long as it was downfield and you didn't get tackled. Apparently American football's not played like that, and there's more to it. Who knew? So I got persuaded into playing defensive end, and I've been there ever since. That's pretty much my football story. From there, from the Titans, I've been lucky enough to go to GB trials. I've got through quite a few of the different selection processes. I'm at GB now. Long story short, I didn't really know anything about American football until I stumbled across it by accident. So I play for the Titans simply because, I was born in Manchester, I grew up in Manchester. Titans are my team, the only team close to me. So that's the initial reason I went to the Titans. The reason I stay there is because of the coaches, because of the players, because of the community, the vibe that's at Manchester Titans. Everybody has fun, everybody has a laugh, but more importantly, we want to win. Like, coming from a sporting background, I want to win. I don't want to play any sport just to take part. I want to be competitive, and luckily enough, Manchester seems to tick all the boxes for me. Favourite game of my career, it has to be winning the Britbowl National Championship. That's just gone. There's no other game that can top that. It's, we won the biggest game in British American football, and we won it with style, and we won it by ease. With ease, should I say. Toughest opponent I've ever faced would have to be Johnny Allred from the Tamworth Phoenix. He's not your typical offensive lineman. He's quite quick, he's quite agile, which matches up against me pretty well. I'm a player that typically uses my speed and explosiveness to my advantage, but when I go up against him, I kind of have to use a different game plan. I have to use a bit more power, try and manhandle him a little bit more than I'd usually like. So he takes me away from my typical game plan, and I have to, try and use different strengths to win the individual battles. My best Titan memory would have to be our first home playoff game against Bristol. It wasn't necessarily the game itself, but it was the first game where quite a lot of my friends, family, and my newborn baby girl got to come and watch. And for my family, they're not a big sporty family. So getting all my family, or should I say most of my family, and quite a lot of my friends to come down and support, and that's all I could hear from the stands all the way through the game. Yeah, it meant quite a lot to me. Being the GB 75-man squad, it is definitely challenging. It takes me out of my comfort zone. I'm not typically one to be around people I don't know in a sport that's, for me, I feel like it's still relatively new to me, and I'm learning a lot. For me to get recognised and show that my efforts are not going to waste, for me to be in the GB 75-man squad, it's definitely rewarding, and it's nice to be recognised as one of the best in the country. Favourite person on the team? Biased, I'm going to choose one of my defensive linemen, but it would have to be Leon. He's the El Capitan. He's the man that steers the defensive lineman ship. So yeah, definitely Leon. Ibe, 100% DK. He's loud. He's just the polar opposite of me. Football wise, it would I'd probably have to say Sam. Dopiest person on the team. Outside of me, I fall over invisible boxes in backfields and all sorts, but I'd have to say Matt Dowling. Ola. Could have picked myself. Fatnet. Kemi. Sam Bloomfield, 100% Sam. Don't know, and take them all on, but visually it'd have to be Charlie. Probably Sam again. DK, maybe DK. Drinking contest. Ooh. Pumpkin. DK. Okay, does it have to be on the offense? It can be anyone. Rio. Trash talk. Without a doubt, trash talk. Wet. Champions. Loud. When I grew up, I wanted to be a police officer. My friends did like that. Don't really drink much, but I'd have to say Chinatown for food. God knows. I have no idea. I've definitely failed geography. Yorkshire, I don't know. Empty cup, tea bag, sugar or sweetener, hot water, milk at the end, and then drain your tea bag in depending how strong you want it. And yeah, take tea bag out, dash it away. There's your tea. So one of my favourite plays was our home game. It was Manchester versus Bristol, and we had a third down package where we brought Charlie in and maybe one other bigger defensive lineman. Moved me inside, brought Charlie in, where we could create more pressure through the middle, just because we knew the Bristol quarterback was agile. He'd like to break contain, so we thought we'd best putting pressure through the middle instead of from the edges. So I get through, pressure him to dance around in the backfield, hit him just as he's releasing the ball, and the ball's in the air for quite a while, which leaves DK open to get the pick. But yeah, it was a mad play. It was something that we worked on for quite a while, that third and long package. So it was good to see it, come into fruition. It's a big man, innit? Farm boy strength. Bring Charlie in, take on the double team, leave me with a one-on-one matchup to get to the QB. That's all I need. So this is another one of my favourite plays of 2022. It's Manchester versus Sheffield. Manchester at home, and I'm not going to get into anything technical. It's literally just Manchester's offensive line absolutely destroying Sheffield's D-line and taking them for a walk, and it's just great to see. There's nothing technical about it. You literally see 3 or 4 defensive linemen getting picked up and walk downfield, and of course Fatneck just running lights out downfield for a first down. So my last but not least favourite play of 2022 was in the national final. It was Tom Jones absolutely butchering number 2 and hurdling straight over him, making him look like a little child. And as you can see there, Max also hitting is it a middle linebacker? He's a big swole guy, and Max lays him out flat. It's just great to see. As I mentioned earlier in my player profile, I always wanted to play running back, and I never got the opportunity. But watching Tom just hurdle over people, yeah, it makes me jealous. It makes me want to play a skill position for sure.
When we used to play for Sheffield, we used to get really irritated by Titans celebrating everything. And I had no idea what that was. One of the guys said, it's called juice. They just like to not get under your skin, but celebrate everything about them.